horizontal. Let's go. We'll go horizontal until 75 is the number. Make sure I use all the delta V in this stage appropriately. Really, Cheetah? Why is that? I'm curious. Oops. Cletus, sure. I think when I was there in May of 2015, it was like in the 120s. You can't stand soup air. Okay. Oh, water, it was crazy. What sucks, from what I heard someone tell me who's a taxi cab driver, is that air conditioners don't work very effectively in dry heat, because the way air conditioners work is they transfer humidity as one of their key things to transfer heat around. And because there's not a lot of humidity, it's harder to keep things cool. So when I was riding in most taxis, it was just like windows down and fans. They were running like the vent in their car, which was blowing, but it wasn't like air conditioning. I don't know if he was just saying that to save fuel or what, but seems pretty plausible to me. Oh yeah, Cletus? I mean, it makes sense. Like, ACs down here in the south work amazingly on humid days. Psh, if it's too humid, it has a hard time because it doesn't have anywhere to move the humidity to because it's too thick. Like, if it's over 80%, ACs, everything in your house fogs up. That's why you get windows fogging up and stuff, because it doesn't have anywhere to put the humidity, so it just kind of all pulls together. But if you're right around 40-50% humidity, air conditioners are king. It's because it's soup. I didn't say you were wrong, okay? I just choose not to listen. Heat is bad in any way, shape, or form. It depends. That's why we live. We survive in this world because of heat. So it's not all bad. Perfect. All right, let's go. 3 hours. Your car only has problems over 115. Well, Cletus said it's 117, so that means your car would have issues. He was having you on a refrigerated air conditioner in cars and houses work well. It's only evaporated cooling units that don't work well in high humidity. And he was having you... Wait, what's up, Calton? Are you saying he was lying to me? Is that what you're saying? You need to check my refrigerant in your car. So... You, Cheetah... There's a myth about refrigerant in cars. It never actually goes away unless you have a leak. So you should be fine on that front. But you do want to make sure it's working correctly. You also have that leak? What do you mean, Cletus? You haven't had AC in your truck in like 6 years? Well, Jonathan, that's true, but that's like a long time. Seals weren't perfect, so small amounts would evaporate over cast joints over time. It probably does, KSP Lord, but one of the big it's a facepalm moment in a lot of dealership service areas when people walk in after they park their car and tell them that they need their ACs refilled, because it's not like a common basic maintenance thing. Having to refill all the coolant in your air compressor, your air conditioning system, is equivalent to changing out like your transmission fluid. That's not a basic maintenance item. It's something that you do eventually. Yeah, it happens, but you don't, it's not like something you have to do like every 30,000 miles. It's something you do like during the life of your car. Unless, like I said, you have a leak or something. But yeah, of course, not there's no system in the engine that's perfectly sealed. Yeah, no worries, KSP Lord. That my brother-in-law used to work service for Toyota for like 6 years, and I actually a lot of the faux pas he used to bring up and laugh. What is it? He used to bring up a lot of faux pas and laugh at them and tell me about how dumb customers were, and everything he was telling me that customers were doing, I was doing, and I was like, oh, maybe I should stop doing that. Librio, my ass word, it's Sandy is the best 42069. That's my ass word. You probably meant password, so you're welcome. What is your ass word? I'm kidding. Don't give me your passwords. Oh, you meant ass word. Oh. Well, Sandy, 42069. Sandy is the best 42069. You're welcome. Let me grab my Kerbal out of here. Lizfred, get your ass out of this can. Where are we headed to? We are headed to ship. There it is. Haha. All right, we are on target. We're just going very fast. Okay, we should start slowing down now. Uh-oh, I slowed down too late. Oh no, come back. How do you rendezvous so effortlessly? It takes me half an hour just syncing orbits. Mister, this is one thing I'm really, really good at in Kerbal Space Program. of all of my hundreds of hours playing, this is the one thing I can hang my hat on and say I can do really, really well is orbital maneuvers and rendezvous and everything else. I'm really good at this. I just kind of have a knack for it at the end of the day. I don't know how to explain it. It's just when I was doing the tutorial on Kerbal Space Program, I hated the tutorial. I didn't understand it. I was like, what are you wanting me to do? What are you trying to tell me to do? And then one day, like I didn't watch a video or anything, but one day I had another mission to try, and I was like, okay, let's see what we can do. And it just clicked one day. And I was like, oh, this is easy. And now I just do it all the time. I wish I could explain it better, but that's literally, it just clicked. And now I just do it. It's mainly, so that took like a day in Kerbal time, I think. And it all just comes down to a lot of things that people do that I see that they do is they try to do it in the least amount of delta V possible. And I think that's what's causing a lot of people to look at it in a different way. You explained it pretty well last week. It's like a rinse and repeat method. I understood it very well, but then I forgot it. But, people try and do it and save delta V. I think that's the issue. You have to go into it knowing that you're going to use a lot of fuel. And once you kind of get that out of your mindset, it becomes easier to do. Those rendezvous are acceptable. What are you talking about, Tech Op? You hate Discord? I'm sorry, Cheetah. Took me some time to understand. I don't even count the times I forgot to extend solar panels. Well, yeah, sometimes I forget things on basic stuff, too. What do you mean, Tech Op? Those rendezvous are acceptable. What do you mean? Talking about mine? I think mine are pretty damn good, sir. I could have got much, much closer, but Kerbal EVA can happen within a kilometer, so I got lazy. I'm gonna try and touch this thing down. Keyword try. We have 1300 delta V. I can activate the chute if I wanted to. Yeah, Ermister, I always over-engineer too. Don't feel bad doing that. We're gonna lose our solar panels. How much battery do I have? 855. Okay, so we're good on that. We're T-posing right now. Jim, right now the Kerbal's like, oh my god, we're coming down at 1,000 meters a second. Oh my god. Altimeter is not going crazy yet. Vertical speed is there. How much do we weigh at the moment? 3 tons. We could technically bring this whole thing back with just the parachute, but I'm trying to use some fuel too. We might not need it. Our electric charge seems fine. 3, 2, 1. Oh. That's actually pretty acceptable. Oh, okay. I guess we're fine. This is interesting. I'll use it to kind of cushion the blow. We should be okay though. This is a powerful parachute that we have. 5, 4, 3. Beautiful. I love it. Let's go. Recovered. Okay. We have more things to do. Plant a flag on the Mun. Sure. Okay. Minmus. We need a rover. So we're going to send the same... we're going to send the same rover we sent to the Mun to Minmus. Attach a new part to a satellite in orbit of Minmus. Build a new orbital station around Minmus. We're not ready for that one yet. Expires in 11 years. We got plenty of time for that. We do need a Mun capsule with the larger docking port on board. We got to plant a flag on the Mun. New orbital station around the Mun. Oh, excuse me. Outpost on Minmus is 16 years. Attach a new part. So... Interesting. Okay. Let's go in here. Let's launch the one Sky Crane to Minmus. Should be right here. 49433. That should work. No Kerbal? No Kerbal. They should make it to Minmus. Takes an extra 100 or so Delta V to catch it, but it takes far less to encircle it. The Sky Crane had tons of Delta V last time we were using it. Oops, let's go. Just gotta find a place to take this off, that way we can get more Delta V back from everything. Oh, my back. Alright, that feels pretty good. Airstream protective shell. We up, we out, let's go. We got a Minmus to catch. Some solid boosters would be nice. Not with our 50-ton challenge, it won't. They're way too much weight and not enough thrust. How the spaceship looks like it wouldn't be aerodynamic. It's more aerodynamic than this is. How you doing, CZ Foo? It's been a while. It has. I hope you're well. Things are going great. Happy Sunday. Speaking of Dutch who are up after midnight. You're not Dutch though. Or no, you are Dutch. It's Carlo who's not Dutch. Carlo is Swedish. Yes? Yeah, I'm on to you. You and Daisuke and CZ Foo. All loves the Dutch. And you too soon? You're not Dutch, Gremlin Kitty, are you? I thought you were in the UK. Come on, hold over there. Hold! It's 11:48. Yeah, but you're not Dutch. Yeah, I said speaking of Dutch who were up past midnight. Grass is going good. Really looking forward to the upcoming working day. But now I lie. You mean like you're in bed now? Don't want to be back. Don't get back until Saturday. Really? What they got you doing out there? It's okay, Gremlin Kitty. Just giving you a hard time. Do you often go out there, or is this new for you? All right, pop this off. See, this was on top, Gremlin Kitty. That would not be aerodynamic. Had to do Kerbal shit rendezvous around 4-kilometer distance between Kerbal and Minmus. Me and my fuel economy really are not friends. Oh, okay. $38 seconds. We need about 1100 Delta V. We're going to be using this other stage. Just looking forward to the ring me at a bedtime thingy. The alarm. Oh, brakes. Those wheels are affecting me. Turn off the steering for now. That was the word? You're welcome. Well, I can find it for you. The new probe would be really good on this build. We got a stage. Oh, I forgot they're loud. They're so loud. Burn up. I forgot how loud the engines were. Doo-da, doo-da. They're really loud, just like a turd. All the doo-da they. Lander's going to the Mun by itself. It's going to Midmas. And yes, this is going to Midmas just like this. It's a sky crane. So what's going to happen, Silicius, this is going to fly down to the surface of Midmas, drop this off, and then it's going to take back up, go out, become a relay for this. So yeah, all by itself. Now, I thought I had this mission done. No, that one's coming up, right? We got 23 days on that. So set this as a target. 2 birds, 1 stone. Well, that's how I have to, we got to be compact with this mission requirement. 50 tons. Trying to send something out there that's going to land and also drop off a rover and not do anything else is not efficient enough for what we're trying to accomplish. 922 Delta V. What's up, Brucey? Guys, look at our resident golf champion, Brucey. Congrats, by the way, again. It's good to see you. What was the final score? Or if it bothers you, oh, this is early career, KSP Lord. You won 3 and 2, awesome. You haven't seen the rover yet, KSP Lord. The rover is amazing. Wait till we hit the ground with it and drive it around. It's actually really cool. I designed this, KSP Lord. I designed this once. I flew it once, and we landed it on the Mun first time. This is a very clean and sleek design, and I like it. But it had to be big enough to fit the rover in it. So I had to put the tanks out like this. Then I put the engines on it to point straight down to fly. It bypasses the rover so it doesn't hit it with the flame. That way we can propel. I think it's great. What's up, Michael? Welcome in, buddy. You got a nice face. Got him. How's the D&D? I said he had a nice face, chat. Haha. Goat. There's no sound in space. Immersion broken. Okay. And it had these giant solar panels. Yeah, we haven't unlocked those yet, Silicius. That's why we're using the small ones. Rover is a little clever little design, but the Sky Crane is a very curvable solution. What's curvable mean? Today's was fun as I got to experiment with my new cursed weapon. Cool. What is Kerbal? Is that a play on words from Kerbal for some reason, or is that you typoing? Hi, Reinkin. Welcome in, buddy. How are you? I'm gonna say Kerbal. Oh, only works in KSP. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna build anything that works IRL, KSP Lord. This is a video game, my friends. Also, why wouldn't this work IRL? What's wrong with it? Please tell me. Oh, I got you, Silicius. Yeah, that's... I don't mod Kerbal. Only mod I ever used was Alarm Clock, and now it's in the base game. And I only did that because I streamed it. So now I can stream it easier now. Just looks janky and very much like a video game, not an insult, just making an observation. I mean, we could, if I could mold it like Play-Doh, you can mold this to where these corners and stuff wouldn't look this way, you know? If you smooth this out, I could take panels and cover the whole damn thing in panels, but it's just gonna add a bunch of weight to it, you know? I can make it look nice. We just don't have the mass the mass to give us that. I don't have like 2 tons of sculpting mass. I could take a bunch of panels and grip pads and make it look like to your acceptability. It's got to be very rudimentary. Or even just radial attach engines to a normal mounted fuel tanks, etc. No big deal, just trying to keep chat alive. Radial to regular fuel tanks, but that adds more mass. This is very early career KSP Lord. I didn't have anything like that to do what you're wanting. I know what you're saying, and we can redesign it to make it look better, but I didn't have anything like that. I didn't have like truss parts and stuff. You got to think we were dealing with like half of an R&D's worth of stuff. Got to give you some kind of brownie points, man. You can't just poo all over me. Unless you're into that kind of thing. I think I want to land the rover close to this, have one of the Kerbals get on, and we could go drive around. That would be ideal. So yeah, let's do that. And then we could grab one of the rocks. If I grab one of the rocks, though, I'd put it in there. I can go grab 2 rocks. We'll go look around. We'll go look around. Oh, God. Hold on. What just happened? What just happened? I just warped too much. I just screwed up. Crap. Crap. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. I know, I just screwed up. Poop. Damn it. We gotta panic. Panic.